Hey, what's up? So, quite a few people been asking me since last week what should they get on the Granny Cat shop, the gold one that you get coins from summoning on the banner. And I'm here because I also have to decide, but yeah. So the new batch released, and this is the last batch. I know this is the last batch because they go away in 14 days, and by that time the celebration is over, so I wouldn't think there is another one. So this is probably gonna be the last batch. If you wanna bet on another one, you can hold on because some of the units that you might want are still gonna be around. So Global still has another set of units that GP doesn't have anymore because they went away, but they weren't particularly very good, so it doesn't matter. And so the new batch, let me talk about the units here. Sorry if you're gonna see my program here, but let me talk about the new units. So the first one is this KCM Naruto that absolutely loves me. He's a really outdated unit, not very good at all, not very good for PvP, nor PvE, because his jutsus do nothing, just damage. Doesn't even ignore types advantage, does nothing. And then Gaara, which he's alright, I guess, because his ultimate at least does something, 30% chance of jutsu single immobilization, but he's still not particularly very good. I would use him for a tank more than anything, but again, still particularly not very good. And then we move on to Sasuke, which after his new break he became kind of like a powerhouse because you have a high chance to crit, and he does a lot of damage. But again, it's just damage, you know. Like when you think of a unit, when you think of a unit that you want them because they do something that will help you further down the line, you know. Like just ceiling and immobilization is good and all, but doesn't work on bosses, you know. So now we have the best unit of this batch, which is Jugo. And why is he good? Because he have healing abilities. That's all he needed to be good, honestly. And also he has healing when he syncs with body, and he also has field skill healing. So to me, out of this batch, he is the best one, and also when he ultimates and jutsus, he restores HP. To me, out of the batch, he's the best one, so I'm actually gonna close these, and I'm gonna settle in with him out of this batch. And also there's Sakura. Sakura can be really good, and I'll tell you why. Because she's still to this day is kind of good on PvP. She kind of has fallen because of Mada, but she's still usable in like special joning and joning if you are on those categories for PvP. And more than that, she heals on wisdom. And even though we have a Hagoromo, some people won't have him because maybe they didn't play Fencer Castle, or I don't know. Some people will not have him, and she heals for wisdom, which is now a very common thing. So if you don't have any of her, I would say if you already have one of her, you don't need to grab dupes, because even though the dupes increase the healing, the most of the healing that you're gonna be getting is gonna be the body healing, so the dupes don't add that much. So if you don't have any of her and your wisdom team is complete garbage, I would pick one up. Honestly, I would pick one up. So now we go to Chojuro, which is from the last batch. It's the batch that Global already has. Chojuro is again one of those units that he just does damage. I mean, he ignores substitution, but that's not very useful, is it? And then he just only does damage. No. He can go under 28, but most of the units here can, like Jugo and also Yagura, which is the next one, which is my second pick for the units that are here. Because Yagura is a body unit that ignores types advantage, and this is awesome for people that were pulling for Sasuke and they couldn't manage to get him. Sasuke is of course, he's not Sasuke. Sasuke is way better. But he is a unit that will help you on skill rates, especially because he has tanking for skill, a lot of tanking for skill by the way. He takes blue damage on skill, and you can even like put a damage reductor on his back. He does a fuck ton of damage on skill. So he is my top pick, or my second top pick. I would still pick it depends. If your body unit is stacked on healing, I would pick Yagura. Actually, yeah, I'll pick out Yagura as the top pick. Because I don't know, Yagura is more helpful, but if you already have Sasuke, then pick Jugo. If you manage to pull Sasuke on the bed, then pick Jugo instead of Yagura, because Yagura is kind of a mini Sasuke, you know? And then we go to Yugito, which, again, doesn't do much. It does attack weaken, which works on most bosses, that's pretty good. But other than that, spamming jutsus is not very often good, because unless it's someone like Kaguya, it's not that great. She is useful, then again, but she's not optimal on skill teams, you know? So, although she's decent, I would only pick her up if your skill team is really bad. You know, like, really bad, because she heals a little bit on body, but really, really bad. Your skill team should be really bad to pick her up. And then, that's an odd one, Tobirama. Tobirama is not very good for PvE, but he's amazing for PvP. Out of all these units, he's the only good one for PvP. Like, actually good one that you would see on like, Ambu, you know? That's the only one, and maybe on Kage. Only one. If you are someone that only plays PvP, doesn't care much about PvE, I'll pick up Tobirama. I'm gonna pick up Tobirama. I'll probably have enough for 2 copies, and I already have a dupe of him, and I really want him, because I know PvP has a lot of pearl potential. If you get Kage, you can snag a little bit of pearls, so I want to invest on some PvP characters, and I have many, so I'm gonna pick up Tobirama myself, but don't let this make up of your mind. I'm gonna pick up Tobirama, but you don't have to pick up Tobirama if you don't want him. But I am, because after his second dupe, he becomes a pretty good unit for PvP. And last but not least, Karin. Karin is another weird one, which she does heal for wisdom, but I don't think it's healing enough for her to be considered a true healer, if you know what I mean. I would not pick her up. She needs the limit break to work properly, and her jutsu doesn't do enough damage, you know, for... I mean, extra healing is good, but when it's only 200 to waste a slot with someone that does barely any damage, and it's single target, I wouldn't pick her up. I would not pick her up, unless, like, you're only missing the 4th dupe and you really want the bravery damage reduction, I guess. But my top picks overall would be Jugo, Yagura, or Tobirama. Tobirama for PvP, Yagura if you didn't pull Sasuke and you don't have anyone that ignores type's advantage for body, and Jugo if you maybe you have Sasuke but you still want a little bit extra healing. Maybe you're missing like 2 dupes for him to be under 28, and that's gonna be extremely helpful for the 28 missions. I'm not gonna pick him up myself because I'm a retard, but don't let me make you think wrong, because he is the best one of the batch if you already have Sasuke, because if you don't, then Yagura is gonna help you more because he ignores type's advantage on body, and that's not a very common thing. So I hope this helps someone out. Again, I'm gonna pick up Tobirama. Don't let this influence what you think, but yeah. Thanks for watching, and please fucking subscribe.